Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Saints are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Falcons offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, a very good defense will be on the field. The Saints are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Falcons offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now back to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. Ryan Quigley on now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
They'll set up a throw. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 53 yards.
Defending a deep route, even when it's thrown on time, is very difficult. But when he's able to maneuver outside of the pocket, that's almost unfair. He's bought extra time. His offensive line has protected him. And now when the ball's in the air, the guy downfield has a chance to make a better adjustment.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Gets around him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where Every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The tight end in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Coming left, it's Freeman. Fighting him off. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Let's go! 3-19! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Aldon Smith in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Marty. Marty. Here we go now. Gone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Gone. Now, lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Back to Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check 31. Check 31. Bang, bang, bang. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Green 3. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. timeouts now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Freeman again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. 3-19. No, check. All right, here we go. Boom, landed. No, check. Patriot.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go now. Green. All right, now, lucky 56.
They're going to try and throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Patriot. Hurry up, here we go.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Freeman. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Green 39.
Here's Freeman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Check, Patriots.
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
Let's go. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperate. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run.
Hurry up, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play.
No, check, Patriots!
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Falcons, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that'll just